Could you tell us your name and your position at Avon?
My name is Angela Cretu and I'm the CEO at Avon.
Could you tell us about the journey of your career?
This has been a wonderful, fascinating journey. I knew from the very first day that this is an extraordinary company. I've learned how women around the world, no matter their diversity in culture, they unite under Avon's purpose to create a better meaning for themselves and society. Avon from the very beginning was giving the promise of giving more value back to the communities with serving than the value that would capture from the market. And I enjoyed this role and this meaningful contribution from the very first day. It has been a promise of sharing not just beauty, but as well hope. And over the years, as I had roles from Romania to Russia, South Africa, US, other countries in Central Europe, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, with every woman I worked with. Have I dressed, long dresses in South Africa to honor communities there, to full abaya and burqa in Saudi Arabia to show respect.
Talk to us about Avon and what your work entails.
Well, Avon is a multinational company, now part of Natura & Co group, together with The Body Shop, Aesop, and Natura. It's a company that it's in more than 100 countries with a network strong of 5 million women sharing beauty in their own communities. We have a business model that it's sharing the wealth that it creates with all these millions of women. And it's a purpose-driven company, a company that it's doing good. It's creating outstanding breakthrough innovation in beauty and cosmetics. And it's as well a company that supports entrepreneurship and, as I've just said, women empowerment.
Tell us about Avon's values and how your support of Peace One Day is an expression of those values.
Avon is 135 years old. It has built a legacy because it has always cherished a strong set of values. So we would always talk about our 5 strong values which were already promoted by our founder. And this is trust, respect, belief, integrity, humility. Equally, we find right now a good home with our group Natura & Co. All the companies part of this group as beauty companies, they aim to be the best beauty for the world. And we now see with this value of ours of contributing to humanity, of sharing more than beauty, sharing hope, strength, dignity, creating the means for an equality and justice. It's natural. We have such a wonderful partnership with Peace One Day. There is no beauty without safety. And we are very honored to be partners of Peace One Day.
You support Peace One Day to create anti-racism live. Why is it so important to you to do that?
It's about justice and equality. Nowadays, the world is so fragmented. There is so much anxiety. There is so much uncertainty, and all comes from fear. Fear comes from inequality. Fear comes from the lack of confidence in our future, and then how we are going to secure the right environment for our children to grow. And anti-racism, it's one of the biggest diseases that our society has nowadays. Without equality, without fair chance to succeed for everyone, no matter the race, gender, preferences, cultural upbringing, there is no way for us to secure a safe environment and therefore feel well, feel beautiful, feel great about ourselves. We understand beauty is not shallow and beauty is not egocentric. I might make a statement with the lipstick I put on my lips this morning, stating that I feel great and I feel confident. But it makes no sense if at the end of the day, when I take this lipstick out, that sense of being beautiful disappears. Beauty comes with self-confidence. Beauty comes with a sense that world is fair, that myself and others like myself and people of all genders and people of all races of any kind have a fair chance to succeed, and they have that sense of well-being no matter the beauty accessories they use during the day. They still feel beautiful during the night.
Could you talk to us a little bit about the benefits to Avon by supporting Peace One Day and everything that we produce throughout the year?
It comes with our identity and our role to our communities. If we really mean what we say, that we are beauty for the world, we better serve more than a product. We better look for more than just capture the value of a market. We need to genuinely put all our resources to serve the community and really promote beauty, peace, equality, diversity, to promote all of them together. We are not just a seller. We are a player in this ecosystem of ours. We play a role, for the well-being of humanity, and it makes me as a leader really thrive. No matter the uncertainty, no matter the market dynamic, we have this compass, we have this purpose. It has kept us for 135 years. And for this democratic beauty position that we've created with this purpose of ours of women empowerment, we've seen a meaningful, rewarding experience and in sharing this mission with communities around the world, no matter the country, no matter the community.
What does it mean internally for your staff to support Peace One Day?
Well, we are all professionals, so whenever we create a new partnership, either we become part of a new company, yes, we are looking for more than just sharing our time and experience and knowledge for a certain amount of money. I hope this is what people want. They want to be engaged for something higher than just selling their time and the knowledge till that moment in time. So for every company who really finds its role, and I think every company can play a meaningful role, then there is a more meaningful, a much more rewarding experience for associates and employees of that company. So we're looking at Avon, first of all, to create this sense of belonging, affiliation with our values, following the compass of our purpose. Many of the new associates are telling part of their onboarding interviews that they joined the company because of our purpose. They joined the company because they don't want to be used. They want to drive themselves a movement. They want to be part of a movement. Of course, we all share professional value. Of course, we all come to meet certain business tasks. But when there is this higher purpose, when there is this higher motivation, people engage in in different ways. They are much more resourceful. The overall experience of me working with you and others, it's much more pleasant. And I think this is what we all should aspire in our life. Our associates also feel proud to support Peace One Day because peace starts at home. And we are committed to women well-being. And we understand that their safety is paramount. And therefore, with the Peace One Day, we fight against domestic violence, which is a cause very dear to our heart. Yeah, and it's interesting how people are looking at peace and war of being an event that is somewhere remote, and not creating a peace environment around themselves, and not calling it actually as a peace or conflict situation. And I think the more we raise awareness of what peace truly means and how to fight against violence of any kind, from verbal to physical ones in our own communities and especially in our own home, and against women, I think we cannot talk about the peace for humanity in general.
Peace One Day instigates conversations all over the world. We simply couldn't do our work without your support. How important to you at Avon is that?
It's very humbling, Because imagine, we talk about 5 million women who are working in their own way. They do not necessarily respond to something that doesn't vibrate or doesn't resonate with their own values. What we do, we enable them, gaining that strength to fight for things they believe in. It's not like we are broadcasting a message and they automatically take that message and promote in their own communities. Quite the opposite. Many of the times, they are the ones who speak up, who are giving us the energy, who are giving us the issues that we should all together fight for if we really mean what we mean as a company, as a beauty company, as a purpose-driven company.
Could you talk to us about the work Avon does to raise awareness of the issues of gender-based violence?
I take it very personal because I have had a lot of personal experience with women of different nationalities in different corners of the world, from US, from the most developed countries to emergent ones. I would see terrible cases of domestic violence. And it shocks me still that people talk about domestic violence like it's somebody else's problems, like it's something that you only see in the news and it must happen in some poor neighborhood with some uneducated, people. The reality, though, it's very different. 1 in 3 women is subject of domestic abuse from verbal one to physical one. And it's really killing their self-esteem, is taking the safety that they should be entitled to. And it's terrible what is going on. So we've seen that. We heard it actually from our own representatives because they are very connected in their own. Imagine every representative would be connected with another 10, 20, 30 women like themselves in their own micro-communities. So the power of these micro-communities, of their voice, it's fantastic. So we realized that this is an important cause. We should unite our forces to really fight for, to eliminate domestic violence. So over the years, we raised more than $85 million donated to NGOs, shelters, call centers for legal advice, creating for women, first of all, the right awareness and as well the right support once they make the decision to escape the situation that has really kept them in terrible conditions. And it's very rewarding indeed to see the stories of the survivors, the way they inspire others. But what's even more rewarding is the work that our 5 million representatives are doing informally in their own micro-communities, encouraging women to, not tolerate any form of abuse and really by themselves creating shelters for them. This is what I find fantastic because, when I go to a store to buy a lipstick over the counter, I never have a meaningful discussion with over-the-counter beauty seller. But whenever I meet my representatives and we open that brochure, we are usually over a cup of coffee. And then we don't talk just about the peptides in the lipstick or the proteinol in our skincare regimen. We always talk about our lives. And they will always share, when women talk about beauty, actually they talk about their lives. They talk about their hopes. They talk about their events. And this is how they find strength. There is no meeting like that would not end with a reinstilled sense of hope. When we talk about gender violence, we have to talk about inequality. It comes from inequality. And inequality comes from lack of chance to have financial independence, to have my power to choose. And therefore, we created a business model that distributes the wealth, that creates an open for all earning model for women sharing beauty with their friends. It's not only that we create breakthrough innovation in beauty with a democratic, affordable access for all our customers, but we equally create an earning model for our 5 million representatives to share beauty in their own community, by their own choice, in their own terms. They earn and they learn.
Peace Day is about decreasing violence towards people, towards our resources, and of course towards animals. How important was it to you to stop testing on animals?
First of all, beauty and cosmetics do not need animal testing. And we are not testing on animals, and we are asking our suppliers never to test on our behalf. For 3 decades, we work with regulators around the world, and we've been recognized by this, even by PETA, that all the government bodies that are still asking for animal testing for cosmetic products, they should find there are healthy alternatives that would not imply violence. And I deeply believe that with our ethical sourcing and with this fight against testing on animals, we could create equally safe, yes, beauty products, but again, in a peaceful, in a no violence environment.
How do you choose which issues and causes to support?
Many people are asking, how you choose. There are so many issues around the world. I mean, it's very difficult to pick. And as well, they're asking, why don't you pick one cause or another that are not yet part of our focus currently, since you want to contribute to humanity? So, first of all, we are serving for 135 years women. 95% of our community of customers and representatives are women. So we said we better focus on causes that matter most to them and then move the needle there, than being shallow and trying to serve more than we can take, more than we can actually create a tangible value. For breast cancer, as an example, we are the biggest philanthropic beauty company in the world. We've donated to date almost $1 billion to breast cancer cause, $1 billion. And this spans decades of work with NGOs, hospitals, research institutes, media campaigns to raise awareness and really teach women that it's fine to have that self-check and find out they are okay. And keep under control this terrible disease. It's 1 in 8 women who would suffer breast cancer over a lifetime. This is not small. And this says that we still have lots of work to do till we eradicate the breast cancer.
Peace Day is an opportunity to bring people together all over the world. What does Peace Day mean to you?
When you think of the beauty of light, but its tremendous power on all the rays of light are focused on one direction. Or when you celebrate many voices, but they only gain power when they come in the same place, in the same moment, and raising their voice against one topic. So to me, the Peace One Day, it's really that, is the focus, the togetherness, the moment of reflection, the moment of action, the awakening that humanity needs. And 21st of September, for me, it's a very special day. It's a day when all of us around the world should ask ourselves, what are we doing? What am I doing? How am I contributing to peace? Because it's a butterfly effect. If every human being takes a small gesture, to support peace at home, at school, in its own community, and then ultimately at the war zones, I think then we'll be more united to fight against things that are caused by nature, things that we don't necessarily control. But peace is in our control. We are responsible, each and every one of us.